Afternoon stream, let's get it. Neon on the mic, yeah. Neon stepping in, yeah. Session wide awake. Night shift lay the ground. Matt set the play. Now it's midday money. Structure on the screen. Neon seeds acting holy, price moving clean. No FOMO type in the channel mode. We learned that lesson back in 24. Half gap buys when the market dips. DD bands bounce and we let it rip. Bulls on flashing like a warning light. If it's not a line, we let it slide. Patience, heavy discipline, sharp. Room full of killers, but we play it smart. When the clock strikes noon, liquidity rising, feel that boom. Calm hands on the play, red to green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. Yeah. Volume builder, feel that shift. Market makers tryna midday drift. Fake break high, yeah, we seen that move. Liquidity pocket, we approve. Wish fan blowing when the entry's tight. Stops place clean, risk held right. Not gambling candles, we stacking skill. Consistency over chasing thrill. Chat moving steady, no chaos here. Green heart emojis when setups clear. If we win together, we lose compose. Trust the system, the blueprints close. Yeah, yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up when the clock strikes noon. The room says liquidity rising, feel that boom. The room shows up. The room shows up. Calm hands on the play, red and green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. Silence when the setup phones. Heartbeat with the market stones. One clean entry, breathe, don't rush. Midday pressure, but the room shows up.
What's up, fam?
When the clock strikes
What's
noon,
going down?
liquidity rising, feel that boom. The room shows up.
Welcome to the Neon Cucumber Show. What's up, guys?
On the play, red to green, we pivot that way.
Matoski in the house. Adventure Rigs in the house. Liquidity 2 in the house. What up, G? Nico. GT 408. Ian. 1992 Cargill. What's up? Darb. G80. Boosted Dime. Short Squeeze.
Showing up.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, fam? C. Kennedy, Sinister Scalper, nice name. Jorge, J Black, Adventure Rigs. Matoski says the room shows up. The room has shown up. What's up, everyone? Hit that like button on your way in. Thank you for being here. Gotta get my music turned up a little bit. Jason Cruz. Levi Jones says rigged. Goober guy. Guys, I'm pretty frustrated at myself. I just I took a short and I exited. I've been trying to nail this short today. Yeah, I'm gonna launch this with a poll right off the bat. All right, who started off the session long hunting? Who started off the session short hunting? Tell me. Because I'll be honest, I was a little bit flip-floppy this morning. And then now later in the afternoon, I was short bias. I entered a short. I exited it because I didn't like what I saw. And then it ended up taking off on me. So a little bit out of sync. If you were here last week, you know I was targeting that 24,200 area. I kept saying, I think we're going to get down there. I think we're going to get down there. And last night, finally, we got down there. I'm going to switch to a 5,000 tick chart. Yeah, where'd you guys go? Here we go. 61% short. Short then long. Guys, we got giveaways today as well. Let's see what we're going to be giving away today. Giveaway schedule. Monday the 9th. All right, we got a couple of accounts to give away. Nice. I like that. Anyone take this short at the top? Anyone take this short at the top? I traded, you know, I'm a little surprised at myself. I traded last night. Anyone trade last night? If you traded last night in the overnight session, shout it out in chat. I'm wondering who traded last night. I got a part of the shenanigans. The 2 Lucid accounts I traded last night. One of the TPT accounts I traded this morning as well. Oh, the song's a little crazy. Frazer, 1K last night. Lord Blood, you did, but you broke even. Banked last night. I think a lot of people probably traded last night. Last night, let's scroll back on seeds to last night. And then also we have our I put the dynamic levels on Rocket Scooter as well, which I always do, but so these levels that are printed on seeds in the top right corner. These are the same levels. The reason I was targeting that 24,200 was this level had been drawn there last week. And I just figured if we were going to get down, that's where we were going to get to. I did say on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday that even though that was the area I was targeting, only had about a 55% confidence that we would get down there within the next 4 to 5 sessions, meaning by either by Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I was thinking. But I didn't take a swing trade on it. I didn't load up on any options for that target because I wasn't super confident. It was about a 55%, you know, so just over half. I just had an inkling we would get down here, but you know, I wasn't confident when it would happen. But we did get a nice reaction off that level. And then, you know, obviously the continued sell-off and then the bounce back today. I think it's hard to really tell whether Friday's action really seemed to me like someone was accumulating a larger position. The way we were rotating on Friday, it really seemed like there was some accumulation going on. So I'm staying cautious and nimble on direction in the market right now. But to me, it seems like this is really a short. It seems like it probably is short covering, not really anyone coming back into the market with confidence for a long. So that's just my thoughts right now. I was targeting this upper level for a short. And let me see, I could show, let me show I'll kind of show, I got in and I don't know. I let the trade go. I really shouldn't have. Let me switch back to a 2000 tick. Okay, so let me draw out what I was looking at when I took the entry. So first in the top left corner, you could see we have Rocket Scooter, right? So we were looping over hedge pressure, weekly hedge pressure, and weekly hedge pressure has had negative resilience pretty much, I think, since the open. And you know, we've been on this what I think is a short cover rally, so I'm starting to think, okay, maybe it's time to short. And I had tried a couple of times a little lower and let the trade go, right? Like didn't let the trade stop out, just reading the action in real time and saying, okay, it's not the time, it's not the time. And then the way I lined up the trade was at this 24,700 area. Let me show the executions as well. Hold on. Because sometimes the executions, because I scalp into my entry, sometimes it's a little hard to follow. But this one was pretty clean, so you can see my error on exit. Okay. So, first I tried it short. And then, well, first, hold on. Okay, I tried it short at 24,660. Oh, let me scroll forward more. Hold on. Can't see it. There we go. Okay, I was trying it short at 24,660. Still can't see it. Hold on. There we go. I was trying it short here, or not 24,000, 24,700, and it just didn't feel like it was the start of the big move. So then I set up a short at that level again once it started to come back into it. And you could see here, I entered, I scaled in, and then I just didn't like what I saw. So I exited the trade, and unfortunately the trade took off. So the stop on that trade, let me see where the stop on that trade was. I was using a 67-point stop from that area. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so as this trades, this gray block is a stable block. So as this trade started to work here, I was reading the tape and it just seemed like it had another push up in it. So I exited that trade with the idea that I would re-enter as it drifted closer towards the stop. Unfortunately, the trade just took off and left the station without me. So missed that opportunity. I didn't chase it. You know, from trading overnight and from trading this morning's session a little bit at the open, because of the volatility, I was able to capitalize. I did find it to be a little bit illiquid, so I stepped off the gas pretty early in the session, and then around 11 a.m. this morning, the overall volatility just totally slowed down, and that's when I started to think, okay, let me try to find a short opportunity here. And I think if this had been my first attempt up here, right, if I hadn't tried to catch it at these lower levels, if this had been my first attempt, I think I would have been more inclined to hold that. But just knowing, like, usually I'll try an idea once or twice and I'm usually able to nail it. So the fact that I had to try it 2 or 3 times, I just felt like I was out of sync. And also I was seeing that we were in a pretty liquid state there towards the top. So it just felt like the edge was a little diminished around that entry. So I let that trade go. More in the interest of risk management, right? More in the interest of risk management. Adam Daz, the room shows up. What's up, man? So nice P&L on the day. Most of it comes from the overnight session and early in the morning. The bottom TPT account was at 700. Trying to find that short, I gave back a few hundred of that. So, you know, now I'm in a little bit of a weird spot because, you know, I had a good trade idea. I missed out on the idea because, you know, I think I just kind of second guessed the action. So now, you know, I'm like, if we return to that entry zone, do I want to take it again? I feel like I'm going to have the same, I feel like I'm going to deal with the same thing. It seemed liquid up there, and it's going to feel like it could go either way from that upper pivot. So, you know, volatility really drying up now, like tight, like short-term volatility. Obviously we still have these big sweeping moves, but the short-term volatility has dried up. Like this morning's open was spotty liquidity wise, and we had a lot of whippage. So, you know, I think that's cleaned up, but now just we're in this pocket of liquidity. It's becoming hard to read the action. Like a pretty stable liquid sell-off, so keeps my bias to the short side overall so far. But, you know, just I think just jumping out of that trade kind of took me out of my rhythm. Because it really took off. It really took off. And from my main scale, it didn't go too far against me. Let's see. Yeah, only 18 points. So, you know, that was definitely an error. That was definitely an execution error. Overall stop from the main scale was 33 points. Yeah. So, you know, I think my conviction, my conviction dropped on that. I just kind of, I was just out of my rhythm with that entry. I didn't have the conviction up there. Maybe just watching this thing rip all day was kind of in my head a little bit. Because earlier in the session, I'm like, if we get there, that's going to be the spot to short. And then I guess just the way we got there and how directly we got there, it clouded my judgment there at that entry. Jay Black asking if I use Bookmap. No, I do not use Bookmap. No, I don't use Bookmap. I don't use Bookmap. Bookmap to me, I don't know, kind of just, I don't know. I don't know what year. I don't know what year Bookmap came out. I mean, if it's more than 10 years, then I probably just missed it when I was, kind of coming up with the tools that I like to use. But I hadn't heard about it till last summer, so I think people basically use that for tape reading, in a sense. "58% said short." Look at that. So that open really tore people up, I'm sure. Metamorphi uses Bookmap to see large order blocks on the book, which end up being targets of liquidity. Got it. See, I think one of the reasons that Bookmap, I don't know, I took a look at it last summer when I saw it was a thing. I don't know. I mean, spoofing orders spoof orders are not really regulated. So to me, I don't know. I could never really. Maybe there's ways to trust it versus, like maybe there's ways to read whether the order's going to stay or if the order's just a spoof. Because I know sometimes there's a thick yellow line on it and they'll get reactions, but no, never really something that I could. I looked at it for a couple of sessions last summer, and I didn't see I could extract any information from it that I could use. But I sort of have my own method of reading the tape, so maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it didn't jive with me, because I already have muscle memory reading it the way I do it. Guys, smash that like button. Let's do we'll do a giveaway in half an hour. We'll do our first prop firm giveaway in half an hour. Let's see what deals we got going on right now. If you want to reduce your risk on prop accounts, use code Rocket Scooter, right? Lower your cost. Let's see what we got here. All right, Tradeify right now, 30% off all accounts. My Funded Futures, 20% off Rapid. Elite Trader Funding, 80% off non-fast track evals. And 50% off all direct to funded. For those, use code 50DTF. Okay. Funded Next, 10% off. Futures Desk, 60 to 70% off, 75% off. Take Profit Trader. This is one I've been trading with. 40% off and no activation fees, and it looks like 100% test refund. So I guess if you pass the eval, you get it. You get the refund. Phidias, 60% off fundamentals and swing monthly evaluations, and then Lucid's 40% off. The only two I've tried so far are Lucid and TPT. I'm trying to get up to 5 funded accounts on TPT. I'm at 3 or 4 right now. I've only activated one of them. Like, there's a button where you say go to pro, so you don't have to activate them all at once. I've been waiting for better environment to really lean into those funded accounts, but I've been maintaining my stats. I was saying this last week that maybe I'm doing myself a disservice by not just trading those things. But I don't know. I'm trying to build up maybe five in each. I think the cap is 5 in each, and then maybe copy trade them. So yeah, I gotta kind of figure out. And then also, I think, you know, I don't know what the best method is going to be with those. Is it going to be to, and I had said this a couple weeks ago, because I'm not sure if people just trade these props like regular accounts, or if, like, let's say you have 5 funded accounts. Is it going to be better to just take one really aggressive trade per account and either blow it or get a big profit? Or is it better just to trade them like a regular account? That's what I'm kind of, that's another thing I haven't decided on yet. So that's one of the reasons I haven't really dug into those yet. There's another one that's going to become funded. Let's see. I believe it's this one. No, this one's already funded. Yeah, this one. So this one, I just have to flip it one more time. There's, like, you open and close a trade because you need to trade it for 5 days. And I think this one's only been traded for 4 days. So this one hit the profit target, I think it was last night. Yeah, it was last night at 21:33, March 8th. So this one hit the profit target. So this will be another take profit trader funded account. So I think that'll bring me up to 3 or 4. So someone said with TPT you can copy trade them, so you can copy trade on TPT. I am Liquidity. I trade them like you trade them like normal, and once they're green for the day, you don't touch them. Okay. Yeah. So I did see. So one of the things is, you know, they have that buffer. So technically, you have to, like, if you get 3,000 in profit, I guess you only get $1,500 in payout or something. So, that's cool. I mean, I guess it's 15 times. The accounts are only $100, so it's a great return. Crazy return. Kind of just sitting in this liquid pocket. Anyone scooping up longs or shorts, or is everyone on the sidelines right now? What are you guys doing? I feel like that main trade is really already past us. Adventure rigs, cash waiting. Let me see here. Volatility's come way down up here. Way down. I don't know. I still think we go lower, but I just not in today's session, but just overall. I'm just looking at what the geometry of this move was. Would have made honestly would have made a good long too. When we're at a bottom level like this, I mean I would trade this on the inverse as well. But usually I'd be trying to add at the start of the level, and then scale about halfway down towards a stop. And in this current environment, I think overall stop, you know, about 68 points, kind of leaving about 35 to 40 points on the second ad. But I don't know, just hard to find a direction up here. Matoski said take us higher. Oh, Sinister Scalper said something interesting, which honestly, I think this can help a lot. I mean, not necessarily. Oh, Matoski said market's probably toast. Just singing the song. Sinister Scalper said something interesting. You know, invert your charts and see if the bias changes. Well, I mean, I know you're joking, but one of the things that I always try to do in this kind of environment is really just focus on the chart, right? Because last night, once we got to that 24,200 level, which I've been keeping my eye on, you know, I was really cautious on entering any more shorts. Right, it was a great short off the open, but after that, I was very cautious because, just hard to read whether you're going to get a big short cover rally or whether you're going to get continuation. So the edge kind of goes away a lot. And I know a lot of people probably were just overshorting, thinking, okay, this news is terrible. It's, we're going to get this big dump. But I always say, to me, the chart is a lot easier to read than the news. So I just don't try to read the news. I always say that because I'm not able to interpret the news, and no one really can. You don't know if the news is going to, you don't know if a reaction to news is really going to happen in this session, if someone already knew something and they've already set up for it. So you're kind of going to be behind the trade. Very difficult to know. Very difficult to know. Res, well above positive too on NASDAQ. Keeping an eye on that. I wonder if that's going to flip back down. All right, guys, let's do our first giveaway. Let's see what we're giving away here. We got almost 300 people watching. Stamp that like button. Hit that like button. All right, we are doing... Let me get a little giveaway engine started up here. Funded next, 25K rapid. Funded next, 25K rapid. And also, we were working with Funded Next to get the account. So if you want a Funded Next recently, it should be accessible now. So Slacks will get you hooked up. Get our little giveaway engine started here. Funded next. Funded next. All right, if you typed it, type it again because it just started monitoring. There we go. All right, guys, type funded next in chat. So this is going to be a 25K rapid. 25K rapid. It is a... Okay, so it's $1,500 profit target. $1,000 maximum daily loss. No daily loss limit. Max position in the challenge phase. 2 minis or 10 micros. Which for a $1,500 profit target, that's plenty of size. And then max position in the funded goes up even more. You can do 15 micros. So if you really want a YOLO, go for it. Not financial advice. Funded next. So type funded next in chat. It's giveaway time. Joe Jaws, Yamayan, Rockin' Peak, Sinister Scalper, Wild Deuces, Asylum Trader. We got a lot of people in the house. Stamp that like button when you type funded next in chat as well. The room showed up again. That's the way we pray. But this time the floor's gone. And it's running away. I got those bear market blues. And they're hitting hard today. Price is falling faster than my stops can run away. Rocket Scooter says, don't you fear. Just play it smart and true. But Lord, this downtrend's giving me the bear market blues. It's a waterfall. All right. Stamp it in chat. We got 2 more minutes, then I'm going to spin it. Ryan North asking about the jam. So this is actually a playlist that Sir Darb, aka Brad, posted in his stream. So you can ask him for the playlist. He posts the stuff in his stream. So we have 3 streams a day. We've got Matt in the morning about 8:30 Eastern. I call him on at 1:30 Eastern. And then in the evenings, we have Sir Darb, who goes on at 7 Eastern. So tune into his show and ask him about the playlist. He linked it, I think, last Wednesday or Thursday. So you're going to have to ask him. He made the playlist and posted it in his stream. We got 305 people in the house. Stamp that like button. Yeah, I love blues. Blues is good. Blues is good. You know, the action was moving so fast this morning. Just now looking a little bit closer at what velocity meters were saying during the session. I mean, I had an overall idea, but wasn't paying too much attention because things were moving so fast. Spotty liquidity. It's like shows up, goes away, shows up, goes away. So, I don't know. I kind of feels like we're going to find liquidity lower, not higher, but we'll see. The fact that we made it all the way back up here. The fact that we made it all the way back up here is a little suspect. I mean, it's just a huge short cover rally. I don't know. All right, 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Most people look like they don't do the copy trading. Kevin says it's wild we filled the gap so quickly. Seriously. Seriously. All right, here we go. 145 entries. Giveaway, Brave. All right, here we go. Time to spin it. Let's end our poll as well. Ricardo. What up, my dog? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Spin it. D trades. I think D won something last week or the week before as well. D, you in the house? Let's see. Type something in chat if you're here. D trades. Type something in chat. Zoe from Finland in the house. D trades. He's here. He or she or whoever. Congratulations. You won a funded next. Funding next 25K rapid. Nice. All right, so here's what you're going to do. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Going to go to the contest channel. And you're going to send a picture of your YouTube ID and a message to the admin named Slacks. S-L-A-C-K-S. And he gonna hook you up. Nice. We got another account to give away as well. We'll do that in a little bit. Man, I don't know. If we're just going to rotate around hedge pressure now, I don't know. Let's see what the liquidity looks like when we get to it. I'm going to mark it out on the chart here. 24,670. I'll mark that out. 24,670. Oh man, I got 85 followers on Twitter. Look at that. I am trade A. Took a short in the afternoon, but I exited it. Didn't like what I saw on the tape. It ended up taking off, so I'm a little out of rhythm, which kind of started on Friday. Zill from Finland, you want an account in the other stream? Nice. Uh-oh, Darb created the play. Darb, you're not liking your playlist anymore? You gonna clean it up? I don't know. This is the one you posted. I don't know. If there's any revisions, let me know. I think it's great. I guess maybe you want to change the order of it. Someone's asking me where I get the volume, velocity, and price charts. So the volume, velocity, and the price velocity, those are just things I coded myself. And essentially how I use them is when volume velocity goes down, it means that the speed of volume, it means that the time it's taking for contracts to go through the market is less. So ultimately, it means more volumes coming in. So on the left side, volume velocity, as that goes down, it means the speed of volume coming through the market is speeding up. The same goes for price velocity. The only difference is it's the amount of time it takes for NASDAQ to cover a certain price distance. In this case, it's 5 points. So in a liquid environment, they tend to move in sync with one another. Like right now, volume has slowed down for the afternoon, but price is still sort of whipping around. So there's a little bit of hollow action. There's a little bit of hollow action going on right now. So it's not completely unstable. Like we're not getting huge whips, but on a micro scale, you know, the market's moving, but there's not that much volume transacting up here. So it seemed to be a lot healthier liquidity wise when we were lower. So, you know, we may just be short covering and may just be, you know, clearing out some liquidity up here before we go lower. I always take a session to session approach with these kind of things. Like even last night, we got down to that 24,200 area so quickly, and then I became very cautious because you never know when that short covering is going to occur. And also on Friday, if you were here on Friday's stream, I might have included it in the agenda, but I said, you know, it feels like a large position was almost like being accumulated the way that the action was taking place. So it seemed very one-sided. And then we did have that sell-off into the close. So, you know, it seemed like whoever was accumulating that position or the group accumulating just seemed like, I guess, you know, maybe going into close, they didn't mind showing their hand. Now that could be completely wrong, but I like to take a, like, I always think of the market as a game. So I like to think, you know, how are the players positioning themselves? Where are the players and how are they positioning themselves? So that kind of gave me a little bit more of an inkling that something weird was going on Friday, and you know the drop may be coming. But again, not enough for me to put on the swing trade. Oh, Farina, is there still Christmas songs in the playlist? The link had some in there. I thought I took them. I thought I took them out. Is this a Christmas song? I don't know. What's it called? Let's see. Yeah, let me move to the next one. Let me see what we got. True Love Trading. I like this. You guys are cracking me up. DD ratio greater than half now. Yeah, hard to pull directional bias from this area now. Hitcha, you missed your TP by 5 points 4 times in a row. Yeah, we're just at that kind of area in the market right now. FR Ben, what up? Let's see here. I'm just getting you know, we got negative weekly hedge pressure. We got positive DD ratio. Negative res on S&P, positive res on NASDAQ. Kind of just not really set up for a directional move from here.
No time to hitch, no time to stall. I'm sprinting fast down the bathroom hall. It's not a wick, it's a full-on flush. Moving more volume than the pre-market rush.
I think there's probably a lot of people that are just super upside down too in this session. I mean, a lot of times, like, you get a big gap down like this, and I think you got a lot of people that just over eager pile into shorts at the open, at the overnight open, and you know, just maybe hold, expecting a much larger move, and then you know they're underwater. They're providing liquidity up higher when they're stopping out. I think a lot of times, like, you just people get kind of out of the rhythm of the market when you have a big gap down like this, and when there's a such a dramatic news catalyst to go with it. Pretty sure oil had a big pullback today as well. Pretty sure it gapped up to like 120. Wow. Look at that. Yeah, oil 115. It's back down to 93. Obviously, still up a lot, but I'm sure some people got smoked. G80, you got smoked? Don't feel bad. It happens. Sometimes the moment when everyone's got their eye on the market, sometimes that can be the moment to completely take your eyes off the market. Like that kind of peak mayhem, you know? Peak mayhem. Dogpedia shorts, thank you, I appreciate it. Nice numbers on the prop accounts. Yeah, mainly from the open short last night, and then a little bit from the open today. But yeah, I'm trying to build up. I'm trying to get to 5 funded accounts in TPT and Lucid. That's the goal right now. So I'm at one with Lucid and I think 3 or 4 with TPT, but only 1 active. And then I'm going to decide whether to copy trade them or not. With the evals, sometimes I've been copy trading them, sometimes I haven't. I've just been kind of feeling it out, because also I had some errors with the copier, which I didn't like. So like sometimes you would close out a position and it would stay open in one of the accounts. So you know, I'm learning as I go. I tell you, it's like just regular trading. It's a lot easier. This is a lot to keep track of. There's a lot to keep track of. Like, yeah, it's regular trading is so much easier. Just in my opinion, because there's not a lot to keep track of. But you know, we did a poll a week or 2 ago, and it was overwhelmingly clear that there's a huge benefit that the prop accounts provide to the community, and everyone had basically the same response, and it's that it provides them, like, it's low risk. You know, everyone perceives it as I guess regular trading is high risk, which yeah, I mean, I guess, but if you manage risk, and if you risk the right amount for your account size, and if you have good stats, I mean, I personally don't really see it as risky. I mean, that's not financial, that's just my perception of it. But I think it became clear to me that for traders who either don't have capital or don't have good stats yet, that these prop accounts provide a huge benefit, right? It's like an intro to trading. So that's cool. And different psychology, you know, different psychology. SDB, someone's asking, do I use TraderVate grouping to copy trade? No, I didn't even know that's a thing. No, I didn't even know that's a thing. I bought a trade copier. And then also I found one. I found one on it was like on a NinjaTrader developer board. But I just bought a popular one because I didn't want to mess with adjusting the open source one. TraderVate, someone's talking about TraderVate groups. Who uses TraderVate groups to copy trade? I didn't really have any experience with TraderVate until very recently. So I'm not really familiar with all the features on it. One thing I do like is the screenshot where you could take a screenshot of your P&L and your stats. That's cool. Because it's like a free trade journaler, which is nice. Like I usually don't like journal my stuff, but I'll just track overall accuracy in NinjaTrader. There's a performance feature in there, but it doesn't. I don't think it draws the P&L curve like TraderVate does. Back at the level here. Oh, Matoski saying used to if you ever needed to copy trade but don't copy trade that much more. Oh man, I probably wasted, I don't know how much the copy trader was. I think it was like $300 or $400. Oh, that was probably a waste. Well, whatever. I didn't know you could do it with TraderVate. What's the one I got? I think it's called Replicanto. Oh, you know what it probably is? You know what it probably is? Is I execute in NinjaTrader, so there's no way I couldn't execute in TraderVate. I don't, because I've got stuff written for my execution style that is in NinjaTrader. So maybe that's why maybe that's why that didn't come up. I'm guessing you have to like press the buttons and stuff in TraderVate. If I had more lead time, I would just write my own trade copier, but you can buy one. So I was like, just buy one ready-made. Dog Peter said NinjaTrader's miles better. Yeah, my attraction to NinjaTrader is just because, first of all, I've used it for over 10 years, so I'm just used to it. But the main reason that I was drawn to it at the beginning was because you can code stuff for it. But it definitely is not a perfect platform. It's slow. It's not an efficient platform, in my opinion. Maybe my code's just not that efficient. It could be that, but I never thought NinjaTrader ran super smooth. Shamari's asking, is Apex good? I've never used Apex. My only experience on Apex is third party. I do know that there was a community poll on Apex, and there was a lot of people who participated in it. It was a public poll, and a lot of people seem to have issues with them. So this isn't firsthand experience, But this is just me as a person who a few weeks ago was researching the prop accounts. You know, I was researching all the brands or companies or whatever you want to call them, and they didn't. I don't know. They didn't seem to have a great reputation. And then also, and I think just because a lot of people responded, I just, you know, I kind of wasn't sure if I wanted to try them. And then I also, on Matt's stream, he had talked about like the prop scores for all the different accounts, and it seemed like the score for them was low as well. So I never really looked into it any further than that. My main reason for starting my prop journey with TPT was because their website was very, it was just like, hey, like, there's just one type of account. So to me, not knowing anything about props, I was like, okay, like, these people seem to have a good reputation, and there's just one choice, so I'll just do that. And then the second one I tried was Lucid, because in reading online and hearing from people, it seemed like it was almost very similar to TPT. You know, the only thing that I discovered through just a little bit of ignorance on my part was they both have the trailing drawdown, which makes it a little bit more difficult, but I don't know. I never really, I mean, I blew a couple of evals with Lucid, but I never really had, you know, just trading them with small risk. It didn't really get in the way for me, at least so far. But you know, I'm not taking huge swings trying to risk the whole account or a big portion of the available drawdown of one trade. So I think if I was YOLOing the evals, then maybe it would be more difficult. But Mutant asking me which accounts I like with Lucid. So I've been just doing the 50K, right? So I passed one 50K, and now I'm working on 2 more, and yeah, that's basically my experience with them. I might have passed 2. I gotta check my dashboard. One of the things that drew me to the TPTs at the start also, I started with the 25K, is because it had a 1-to-1 profit to drawdown ratio, which to me, you know, that made sense. A lot of the accounts, well, pretty much all the accounts, as you go up in size, the profit target scales scales faster than the available drawdown amount. So, you know, I didn't just go straight for the 150Ks or whatever. I just, you know, I just started with the 25Ks, just to get my feet wet and just, you know, see what it's all about. You know, learn about them. Do they simulate slippage? How do they do it? You know, do I run into any other rule stuff? But pretty much it's been pretty straightforward. The one issue I did have, which I kind of still have, is just keeping track of where the account is, because okay, like, for a perfect example, last night, the account that has 675, let me just pull up, I think, yeah, the account that has 675 profit is this one right here. So, you know, last night when I was trading, you know, I'm in the trade, the trade's not really fully realized itself yet, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, wait a second, the profit target for the whole account is reached. You know, so like, you close the trade. But like, that's something that you're in regular trading, you're not keeping track of. You know, you've got a cap on profit for a specific trade. Like, if the trade's still working, you're not going to close it early. Whereas with these, if you're trying to pass an eval, it's like, once the target's there, you just have to close the trades. Like stuff like that that usually you don't think about that's been the most difficult part for me, just keeping track of multiple things. Because I like to keep things clean and organized, and I don't know. You know, the only other way is just to trade one account at a time, but I don't know. I think if you take a regular risk approach, trading one account at a time, it's like, I don't know. I guess that's why I'm looking into the copy trading. Maybe if I just start all the funded accounts at the same time and copy trade them, maybe, and then just pay attention to one of the numbers associated with one of the accounts. Mutant, you got a Lucid Flex today? Nice. Yeah, Lucid Flex. Those are the ones that I got. Those are the ones that I got. Scrooge McTrade says Apex is total garbage. Too many rules. G80 asking possible short here at hedge pressure. So here's the deal. Here's the situation with that. So my initial short entry this afternoon was let me see if I can pull up that 25. Let me see. Was right after lunch, right during lunchtime. Oh, hold on. Was up here, right? So the fact that I second guessed that trade, like we were looping over hedge pressure, right? And we came into a level on Neon Seeds, and I'm like, okay, this is the setup I've been waiting for all session, and I took it, but then I just wasn't feeling it, and I got out of it, and then the trade took off. So just knowing that I was out of the rhythm with that, yeah, I feel like now I'm behind the trade. I'm behind the trade because that trade took off so much. I just feel like I'd be playing catch up. I actually ended red on that trade. Yeah. The bottom TPT account was like $600 or $700. So I was right, but I lost like $500. So. But you know, it happens. And you know, I did say it on Friday. I said, you know, I'm just... One of the topics on Friday was being over aware of a hot streak, because up until Friday, I'd had a really long string of really good reads. And I just know I'm a numbers part. I just know statistically that it's not sustainable. And of course, you know, every individual occurrence you should treat as it stands alone. But, you know, I'm a human, and it's, you know, I become aware of a string of reads like that. So on Friday, I got out of my rhythm. So that was kind of my reset. And I said, you know, hopefully I kind of return to my groove by Monday. And, you know, I'm getting there, but I'm not fully there. I'm not fully locked in. And, you know, honestly, the levels stay the same. Like we've got, negative hedge pressure resilience. We've got positive DD ratio. We've got overlapping levels all at the same pivot. You know, so the pivots are kind of telling contradicting stories. So, you know, it's kind of just a recipe for lack of direction around that area. It can invite non-directional rotation around the area, aka reduced edge, you know? Like, you could take options trades to bet on something staying in a range. To me, this is more, you know, that would be more of a trade idea than trying to take a directional move from right here. I think this is probably the biggest day I've had for the prop trading. Yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
They call it monthly hedge pressure.
Let's see. I am Liquidity asked, what's my position sizing for the accounts I usually do? So for the prop accounts, I've just been you know, like slowly figuring it out trade by trade. When I first started, I was risking about like 200 to 300 per trade. I found that scaling that became a little bit difficult, but like I have a calculator that I created just so I can kind of see what the appropriate risk would be for those. So like, let's say I'm risking $500 on a trade and I'm using a total stop on the initial entry of 67 points, right? And so 40 and then 27 points extension. And I'm adding about halfway into the depth of that stop. So let's say I enter the trade at a level and about halfway towards the stop, there's that second level. I would be scaling in. So I would probably put on around 35% of the total trade risk at the first level, and then the remaining percentage of risk at the second level. So in that case, if I'm risking $500 on the trade, I'd be trading 1 micro at the initial entry and then adding 4 or 5 micros when I scale into the trade. So that's how I would trade. That's how I would trade the prop accounts. I've increased the risk per trade a little bit on them, just because I don't know. Based on my accuracy, I felt it was safe enough to do right now. I mean, my stats are good right now, so. Justin said, so more of small gains if correct on the initial trade idea. Yeah, because you know, it's not uncommon for the trade to go like if I'm watching 2 levels, it's not uncommon for the trade to navigate to that second deeper level. So no, I account for both. I account for both levels, and it depends on the market environment as well. If we're in a highly liquid environment, if we're getting a lot of clean, decisive, directional moves, if there's a very strong overall bias on the daily chart, and you really don't have to pick direction for the day, I'm a lot more aggressive and a lot more fluid with scaling in, scaling out, feeling out the entry, and then sort of just putting on position size right when I think that the trade is apexing, trying to catch the next move, right? I always say I trade next move, the move. Ideally, if the market's very liquid, you can do that. Like right now with spotty liquidity and the market not having any true direction, my execution styles are a lot more varied, right? Sometimes I'll enter with a limit order. Sometimes I'll be, you know, entering with market orders. Sometimes I'll be, you know, kind of trying to scalp and find the entry and find the apex of the trade, of the entry rather. It's a lot more difficult environment to trade right now. So I kind of, I pull a lot more, kind of tricks out of my bag to try to stay in tune with the market, but also manage risk. When I get too rigid when I get too rigid with my execution style, my edge reduces because I lose fluidity in the way that I trade. Right, which is even more important when there's no locked in overall direction for the market. Right, it's not like we've been trading long for the last 50 sessions. It's just we're just not in that environment right now. I love that environment. We're just not there. And I asked this question. I asked this question about the evals, and it seemed like a lot of the people. It seemed like a lot of people kind of YOLO the evals. Yeah, I just chose not to do that because I don't want to develop bad habits for regular trading. You know, that was my main concern. Especially since, you know, trading them both at the same time is it's difficult. I'm not used to trading multiple accounts at the same time. What do you guys think? Think we get an active power hour or no? Kind of seems like we're just going to be rotating up here. See what's going on with liquidity. Matowski's betting on closing below bear zone top. Yeah, I guess DD ratios are around neutral, so that makes sense. Call it half, right? Guys, smash that like button. We're going to do another giveaway during Power Hour.
You've been chasing strats for far too long. Chasing ghosts of trades gone wrong. You mapped it out, you know the way. But fear keeps talking louder every day. Edges clean, signals tight. A scooter flashing green tonight. No more talking, no more shade. You know what you gotta do today. You just gotta take that trade. Oh yeah. Stop the doubt, don't let it fade. Rocket scooter got it made. You just gotta trade. Oh yeah. Take that trade. Take that trade. You've seen the bull zone, felt that flame.
Oh, Caesar Coco asking about you see more and more online people trading with prop accounts, and you've been trading with your own money for 3 to 4 years. Okay, so here's my thoughts on that, right? So, you know, because I can't go back in time, so I'm trying to put myself, and this is one of the reasons I had asked that poll about why people trade props a couple weeks ago. So when I started trading, there was no props and there was no micros, right? So like I started with stocks, but then after a couple of years, I transitioned to futures. And, you know, I think back then I would have been in the same boat. I would have been attracted to props because there's lower risk, so it can help you kind of mechanically learn things. I would say the advantage, I don't know. I mean, to me, the advantages for props is two things. So everyone said less risk, right? Everyone said less risk. And also, like, the number one job of regular trading is risk management. So if you remove that part of it, you know, I guess the psychology is different, you know? I think the psychology is different. Like, you know, I don't know. I think once you have proven stats over the course of a long period of time, and you know yourself as a trader, I don't know, the psychology becomes a lot different, because you don't really second guess your abilities. So I think if you have good stats, then I think the props are more like, they're fun, but I don't know. If you have good stats, it could also be, you know, you're making things more difficult for yourself. So maybe trade them with a live account and then copy trade them. I don't know. But in speaking to the community, I found everyone likes them because there's less risk, and, you know, I guess if there's less barrier to entry, you buy an account for $100 and you could trade it. I'm Liquidity posted news in chat. I don't know if I trust any news. I don't know. There's so much fake news now. Who knows what's real? Who knows what's fake? Hey, you know what? Actually, you know what? Darb, are you still in chat? I wonder if Darb's still in chat. Darb would be a great person to ask about the psychology. Because I believe Darb traded props before he traded a live account. Okay, here we go. So, Sir Darb, aka Brad, who runs the night stream, this will be the best person to ask. So join his night stream if you have questions about the whole, you know, feeling of prop accounts versus feeling of live accounts. He will be like an amazing person to ask that question. So ask that question on Darb's stream, right? Because Darb, can you confirm? Darb, did you try prop accounts before a regular live account? I think Darb had said that he had experienced prop accounts before live account trading. Let's see what he says. Fraser said, I think he did. Well, let's see. He'll respond. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So the perfect person to ask how the psychology differs, right? For someone who started with the prop and then tried live versus the other way around. Because the other way around, there's no psychology with the prop account, because they only cost $100 or $200. I think $250 is the most if you buy the 150K. So, you know, they don't cost enough to have psychology with them. But so I'm curious how. Yeah. So Darb is the person to ask, because he will know. Did he feel a lot different when it was a live account, having traded prop accounts before it? There you go. Trading props is a business model, ROI game, right? There you go, guys. You got to tune into Darb stream. That will be a super interesting that'll be a super interesting thing for him to give insight on, right? Because I think it will prepare people. If people are only trading the props, it'll prepare you, you know, once you get, you know, whatever, however much you think you need to start trading with a regular account, 50,000, whatever your number is, at least then you'll know, okay, this is what I'm going to need to go through this new lesson, right? And at least then maybe you'll take it slow when you start. You know, when I first started trading, I was in over my head. You know, I put 50K in a live account, about, I don't remember, 100K, something like. I put money in a live account with Lightspeed, a direct access broker. Like, I was in over my head. And, you know, I didn't paper trade or anything when I started. And, you know, it was expensive to learn. But whatever. Helped my psychology. Because I was used to losing money. I still, funnily enough, I still have that same Lightspeed account with the same account number. I don't trade it, but I have it. Sentimental. I have a Lightspeed account and I have a Cobra account with original account numbers from like almost 15 years ago. Yeah, PG, Lightspeed is equities. My first couple of years I was trading equities before I moved to futures. Six minutes to power hour. You know, one of the reasons there's two reasons I moved to futures, okay? One of the reasons is when I first started learning to trade and I started to find traction, I like the fact that with futures, you could trade the same thing all the time. You know, I like routine. I'm a routine kind of person. So I like that about it. And I also like the fact that forward looking, they're very liquid, right? A lot of equities that you trade, like if you're trading news driven equity moves, they're not that liquid. So if you're looking forward, like if you're a new trader like I was and you're looking forward, like, hey, like I wonder where I might be 20 years from now. You know, you're kind of thinking about what kind of market you want to build your career around. You want it to be a liquid market, right? You don't want to be 10 years into your career and then say, okay, you know, I'm capped now because I've run out of liquidity. Because a lot of news traders, you know, they run into that. They get massive slippage. They kind of, you know, they cap out on the size that they could trade. It takes a lot to cap out on size that you could trade futures. I mean, I'm far from capped out. Frazier? Who knew? I always say Fraser. I guess I was just reading it wrong. Frazier. Frazier in the house. Guys, Stamp the Room shows up for Frazier. I've been saying the name wrong the whole time. What's up, Frazier? My dog. Guys, stamp the like button. Frazier's in the house. Frazier showed up. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Rod Trade says the room shows up. Frazier. We're going to do another giveaway in Power Hour. 28 points. You just started futures for the first time. Take profit trader, is there a max daily loss? Take profit trader doesn't have a max daily loss. I think they just have the overall loss on the account. Let me pull it up. Let me see what it is.
Scooter Reaper.
So it's $1,500 drawdown for the 25K accounts. This is TPT, and you can use code Rocket Scooter to get a discount on Take Profit Trader accounts. It's $1,500 drawdown on 25K accounts, $2,000 drawdown on 50K accounts, $2,500 drawdown on 75K, $3,000 on 100K, and $4,500 on 150Ks. But the profit target on the 150K is 2 to 1. $9,000 target, $4,500 drawdown. But none of them show a daily loss limit. Tis Bad. Okay, so Tis Bad's asking which one's the best. So first, there's a prop scoring website that's going to be released. Matt's finalizing it with the dev team and the UI team. So that is going to actually be assigning scores to the prop account so that you can understand which ones are going to be best for your trading style, for your budget. So it has like a difficulty score, has a value score. There's a whole scoring model to go with it. So, like, I think the word best is subjective. I think one of the things that's good about the 25K TPT account is that there's a 1-to-1 profit target to drawdown ratio. You know, to me, that was, when I was first investigating the prop firms, I found that attractive. Guys, we're almost at 200 likes. Thank you so much for being here. So I mean, I think the 25K is good. They're easy to pass. I mean, they're 1-to-1 drawdown to profit ratio, so pretty easy to pass. Like they're, you know, because the geometry of the risk is normal, easy, relatively speaking, you know. Yeah, the 50Ks have a $3,000 target and a $2,000 drawdown. So you double your target, but you only add 500. You only add 33% to your available drawdown over the 25Ks. So I don't know, mathematically. And again, I guess it depends if you're YOLOing them or not. But if you're just going to trade it like a regular account, I don't know. The 25K seems cool to me. Now, I wonder if I'm just gonna, you know, I wonder, like, I mean, nothing's stopping from just, once you're in the funded stage, nothing's stopping from just creep it up, and, you know, over the course of a few months, I don't think you have to take a payout. I think you could just keep building it up. And I think that the trailing drawdown stops. So, you know, you build up a $5,000-$10,000 buffer in the, you know, over the course of a few months, you could start taking big swings in the 25Ks, I'm sure. I don't think you have to, I don't think you're forced to take a payout. I mean, I don't know, but I don't think you are. I mean, I guess I'll see over the next few months. Problem is that if you don't take payouts, you cut into your own profits. Well, I don't know how that would be. Unless you lose all the profits. I mean, if you trade it sensibly, I don't think anything's stopping you from just growing it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you have to take a payout. Like at a certain point, like once you have $3,000 in profit, do you have to take a payout? I don't know. I haven't got there yet. I'm taking it slow. Oh, there's payout caps. Ah, I see. Got it. That part I didn't know about. There's payout caps. Okay. Payout caps. Okay. I'll have to research that then, because I don't want to waste my time trading them. Like, not waste my time, but I mean, I don't want to trade them up higher than makes mathematical sense. Payout caps. I didn't know TPT had a payout cap. For people are saying TPT doesn't have a payout cap. That's cool. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, that would be cool. Because I'm patient. You know, I'm patient. I mean, I'm not going to over risk on these things. I'm just going to trade them $300, $400, $500 at a time. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's something interesting to do. I mean, I find it interesting. All right, guys, we're gonna do a giveaway in 10 minutes. It's Power Hour. Let's see what we're giving away here. The family's growing. I should give away TPT. Well, we kind of there's a whole mechanism how the giveaways are selected. So, no TPTs to give away today, but soon. All right. Let me open up the little giveaway engine here. And in chat, you were going to type I always forget. There's like something you're not supposed to type. Type in my funded. Because I don't know what the rule is. Type in my funded. My funded. My funded. One word, my funded. Because I know there's like, you're not supposed to type MFF or you're not supposed to type MFFU. I don't know. It's one of the two. So just type my funded. There we go. Fraser, I saw Fraser typed it in. I like this song. This song's cool. All right, let's see what the specs are on this My Funded account. This is a 50K rapid. Let's see what the specs are. 50K rapid.
Liquidity, pockets pop in the black. Flames on the screen, can't turn back. Resilience rolling, gaps gonna run. EST approach.
All right, here we go. 50K rapid. So it's a 50K rapid. Type my funded, all one word in chat. It's a 50K rapid. It gives you a 90-10 split. Daily payouts. No daily loss limit in eval or sim. Trade up to 5 contracts in eval and in sim funded. 10-to-1 micros. So crazy size for a 50K account. Because I'm assuming it's $2,000 drawdown. Yeah, here we go. Profit target's 3K. Max drawdown's 2K. Max position 5 contracts. 5 contracts with 2K drawdown? You crazy. Consistency rule, 50%. And no consistency in funding. That's cool. 1 day to pay out. Minimum payout, $500. 90% profit split. So there you go. This is a cool little account. Giveaway time. And we got a nice reaction off that zone. $50 points. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes till we spin it. 144 entries so far. Nice.
Maps flicker on the 8:30. Rocket scooters parked at the gate. Price dive south to the bear zone grade. I'm licking lips, can't hesitate. Gap below me, balls on above. One quick slap and I'm in love. Timing tight, trigger finger gloved. Enter long rocket scooter shove. Tap tap bear tops back again. Tap tap same old friend. Tap tap while it says when. Slap that gap, ride the map. Rocket scooter burning, never look back. Bear to bubble to bear. Pocket ping pong millionaire. Slap, slap, slap that gap. Profit train, don't miss the lap.
Sitting in this liquidity pocket, huh?
10 o'clock, she's knocking twice. Same bare roof, same roll of dice. Rocket scooters idling nice. Load the clip, reload the vice. Shots go red, then green, then red. I'm dancing circles round the dead. Multi-taps keep the fridge well fed. Rake it, reset.
Minute 30. My funded futures. My funded futures 50K rapid giveaway. Smash the like button, guys. We're creeping away. We're creeping up to 250. We like that. The more likes we get, the more giveaways we can do. There's a direct correlation. Right now we're around 2 giveaways per stream. Love me the giveaways. They're fun. It's funny, on YouTube, I'm watching chat and all the little news things that pops up inside. It's all oil this and Trump said that. I wonder how much of it's fake and how much of it, you know. It's hard to control that, you know. All right, final 60 seconds. 170 entrants. Somebody B71 said it's all fake.
That shit a green on the screen.
Xanic Trades, Miss K, 911. Lore Kick, what up?
DMs blowing up. Teach me king, drop the pin. Envy in their eyes like I hacked the code overnight.
Prod San said, after watching Night Agent on Netflix, you don't know anymore? I gotta check out Night Agent. I never watched it.
9 years in the trenches in the fire.
Yeah, Lore Kick, you're just in time for the giveaway. 3 seconds.
When the door first cracked open, this ain't luck. This is blood on the token.
Dogpedia Shorts, appreciate that. You could thank Sir Darb. He linked up the playlist. I think he's gonna make some revisions to it, so keep an eye out for a link. Maybe he'll repost it tonight. All right, here we go. It's giveaway time. Let me see. Boot up the little giveaway engine here. Giveaway Brave. All right. This is for My Funded Futures 50K Rapid. Nice. All right, here we go. 10987653 2 10. Nice. Come on. Tiz Bad 323. Type something in chat. Use a winner. Tiz Bad 323. Type something in chat. Oh, there you go. Congrats. You won yourself an account. And guys, if you didn't win any of our prop partners, you can see them in the header here. Funded Next, Tradify, TPT, Phidias, My Funded Futures, Lucid. Use code Rocket Scooter. Lower your risk by lowering your cost. How do you lower your cost? Use code Rocket Scooter. Yaskamin? Alright. Tiz Bad. You won. See, clean up. There we go. Congratulations. Guys, smash the like button. It's still creeping up. We got over 300 people watching. 300 people hanging out in the room. The room shows up. Thank you for being here, fam. It's Burn Trade with the obligatory rigged. Victor with the obligatory did I won. That's funny.
Yeah, we making it. Ain't going back. Never going back.
Straight up round trip, huh? Look at this. Straight up round trip. Back at the close from Friday. Hilarious. So what, the news is a non-event? Is that what we're saying? I don't even know what the news was. Was there some new news over the week? I don't know. I don't pay attention. The news always clouds my judgment. I just look at the chart when we open. Newsless news. Here comes a little rippage. I can't have a strong bias from this pivot. It's just, I see it both ways. Mean reversion. That pump was pretty illiquid too. I mean, I'm not. Somebody B71. I like that. I like that. Somebody B71 said, news is for the masses, charts are for the classes. That's cool. How far is bull zone? 24,834. See, let's mark it out. Oh, that's way up there. $24,834. 24,834. 160 points. Look at this squeezage. Some sort of catalyst. Look at this. Literally just marked this. Literally was just measuring the move, and now all of a sudden it's up there. Rippage. Volume come in, huh? Oil. Trump said war could be over soon. Damn, I got no levels up here. Bull zone 24,834. DD ratio 63. Volume coming in. Rippage. Damn, look, almost an upper DD band here. 24,914.
Trash, I'll take that trade. Watch your ego start to fade. Scooters humming, I ride that flame. Rocket fuel running through my veins. To win. Don't fade me. I'm dialed in. Check it. Yeah. Scooter hums on the opening bell. Half gap flash ain't ringing that cell. Risking over tight, one tick at a time. Consistency rule, I'm walking the line. Balls on calling. Liquidity pocket, fan blowing candles. I don't stop it. P&L party, money gun spray. A+ setup, blow the eval away. Heads pressure, scooter goes to grid. Stack of payouts, let the prop firm skid. P&L, rocket ride high. P&L, it's party time. It's party time. Yo, rapid challenge, 3 days, green light. Legacy uncapped, no cap in sight. MHP breakout, I scalp the pivot. Pickle in the chat, yelling print it. Eval reset, fresh account load. Payout wire, watch the green explode. HP spike, I ride the volume wave. One tick stop, no room for the grave. Bad on the mic, fan blowing higher. Risk unit locked, I never tire. Half gap fade, I flip the script. Bulls on trap, prop firms get clipped. P&L party, money gun spray. A+ setups, blow the eval away. Hedge pressure, scooter goes to grid. Stack 'em payouts, let the prop firm skid. P&L, rocket ride high. P&L, it's up down.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave a liquidity pocket though? I don't know.
It's party time. It's party time. It's party time. P&L party. P&L party. P&L party. P&L party. P&L party for lit account stack. Every single time, no looking back. From eval case to the payout stage. Rocket scooter forever engaged. P&L, we don't play. P&L all day. It's party time. P&L party, money gun spray. Plus setups, blow the eval away. Hedge pressure, scooter goes to grid. Stacking payouts, let the prop firm skid. P&L, rocket ride high. P&L, it's party time. It's party time. Same trade, yeah. It's party time. Same trade, yeah. It's party time. Same trade, same edge, yeah. It's party time. Sunrise up, vibes feel nice. Catch a little wave, ride it twice. Lock my profit, call it a day. Back it up, then me gone fi play. Cool breeze, strong tide rolling through. Rocket scooter still brand new. Palm tree sway, life easy today. Yeah, today's a good day. Today's a good day, me can feel it. Sky so blue, me wanna steal it. The wind in my face, worries fade away. Today's a good day. Today's a good day. Yeah, today's a good day. Hey, took me little win, let the rest just slide. No chase, no stress, me just take my time. Patience pay, my head stay clear. No more beat side, smiling here to air. No when for stop, no when for play. Now me surf the blessings every day. Salt in my skin, sun in my face. Yeah, today's a good day. Today's a good day, me can feel it. Sky so blue, me wanna steal it. The wind in my face, worries fade away. Today's a good day, yeah.
Squeezage. Nah, I'm just watching this action. Sorry guys, it got a little locked in on the action.
Oh yeah. Some days rough, me nearly drown. But with rocket scooter, I'ma turn it round. Let the rhythm show my way.
Mark is definitely excited about whatever he said.
Breeze and the game we make today. Yeah. Today's a good day.
Bet people are having flashbacks to, what was it last April? Was it last year or the year before? April, when he said something and it was a huge rip. And we just V recovery. iDoc! iDoc in the house. What's up, iDoc? You the best. iDoc's good vibes. Good to see you, iDoc. What's going on? iDoc shows up. He can't do. Why are we moving up? Apparently a Trump tweet. Orange man spoken. My guy. My guy. Mr. Trump himself. Hate him or love him, the dude moves the markets. And I'm alright with that. Guys, smash the like button. There's a little afternoon squeezage going on.
Every move's a pulse, breaking the chains. Steady on the path, I trust the flow. One step closer where dreams overflow. One payout shivers, one day's a war. A steady beat rises from the floor.
Short's getting liquidated right now.
Step by step where the wild winds blow. One step at a time, my heart's aflame. Rocket scooter guides.
One trade T? No. No, we were sitting around one trade T asking about if there was any good subs this afternoon. We were sitting right at hedge pressure, weekly hedge pressure, with a positive DD ratio, but a negative weekly hedge pressure resilience. So it was just hard to pick a direction around that spot. Like there was good ideas for the thesis in both directions, kind of a mean reversion spot. So I mean a little bit of edge there if you're trading the reversion to that level, right? Kind of rotating around it, but I don't know, not enough edge for me. I mean, long and short would have worked around that level. One trade T, you're welcome, brother.
One step, one trade, one payout's my roar. One day at a time, I'm forevermore.
Some liquidation happening right now, though. Problem is with that catalyst, you know, market, I mean, it's disconnected from the levels now. Let's see what the volatility is. 54. I mean, from here, I'd be trading with a 110 point stop probably right now. $110, let's see. What a rip. Anyone jump on that train? Anyone out there jump on the train? Take it. Just get on that train and ride it.
Liquidity pocket price.
Thank you. 253.25. 253.25. 253.25.
No more despair. Prop firm funded. I'm breathing new air. Rocket scooters tools. They're my battle plan. From the grind to glory. I'm my own man. Rise to riches.
We shot out one risk interval like that. Boom.
Staring at the chart, my pulse is a drum. Half gaps lurking, I know.
24,950.
Prices teasing, dancing near the line. The fingers itch, this setup's mine. Waiting like a wolf, eyes locked on the prey.
$24,914. Just marking these lines so we have them on both charts. 24,914 DD band. Here we are, upper DD band on S&P. Cray cray. Power hour is upon us. I don't know, man. I don't know. Positive hedge pressures on both monthly and weekly. What a change of tone. Imagine if this is the catalyst and we just, that's it. We're back in just smooth sailing. I mean, I doubt it, but that would be great. Now, if we get up to 25,084, I don't know. I got a level there. I feel like I got to trade it. I know it's crazy, but if we get up there. Let me just map out how this would go. Ooh, no, that's a lot of risk.
Dreaming on borrowed wisdom, playing a losing game. But you came rolling in like a Sunday song. Showed me where
9 minutes to mock.
belong. Oh, oh, how everything has changed. You turn my losses into grace. Yeah, you steady my hands, you clear my mind. Oh, scooter, rocket scooter, you changed my life this time. Used to fight that candle, caught up in the fear, but you taught me patience. Now the path is clear. No more noise, no more running blind. You gave
Here comes a pull.
I could finally find. Oh, scooter,
You long, short, or flat this squeezage?
everything has changed. Scooter, you turn my losses into grace. Yeah, you steady my hands, you clear my mind. Oh, scooter, rocket scooter, you changed my life this time. Now I breathe between the lines. I see the truth in every sign. What was chaos turned to calm. You're the stillness.
Frighteningly stable up here.
Oh, scooter, rocket scooter. Oh, how everything has changed. Scooter,
Let's see what's going on with oil.
I'll never trade the same. Yeah, you brought me home. You gave me sight.
The dumpage in oil
Oh, scooter, rocket scooter.
from 66. Oh God, look at this. From 90 to 115, back down to 90. Straight up round trip. Oh my God. I bet there's just account destruction going on out there right now. Account destruction, I'm sure, in the world. %52% of you were flat. Probably smart. It's stable up here. It's not. I mean, there's people up here, so. Whatever he said, it's getting interpreted for real. I mean, we'll see if there's a rug pull, but I don't know. Mock maybe takes us to 25,090. Matoski said it earlier. You gotta stay. You don't stay in shorts for long calls because Trump could say anything at any time. 100%, 100%. Like the mechanics of a short, much different than the mechanics of a long. Much different. You gotta treat. You gotta. The execution's much different. Absolutely. I love how you guys are calling him Matoski. Such a great name. Matt, aka Matoski. The inventor of rocket scooter. Eaton says anyone who's been trading since 2016 knows that for sure. It's probably trading 101. Absolutely, but you know, a lot of traders, they don't think about the mechanics, the different mechanics of a short versus a long. A lot of people don't think about that. They just think it's the same trade in reverse. If you're out there and you haven't taken the boot camp, it's gold. It'll really help you a lot. The link's in the descriptions. 20-day boot camp. It's only $20. The knowledge in it is insane. It's really good knowledge. So if you haven't taken it, take the boot camp. Dracula on board. What up, my dog? Guys, hit the like button if you haven't already. Welcome to the room. You know what's funny? I named the stream last night. I just remembered what I named the stream last night. I named it Opportunity or Trap. This action really fits that name, huh? If you like that name, smash the like button. Named it last night. Was it last night or was it this morning? I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was last night. Opportunity or trap. That's great. It felt a little trappy. One minute to mock. What do you guys think? Whip up and then close between bullzone and close in liquidity pocket? What do you think? Close at highs.
And the blessings come down. Oh, Scooter, turn my red days green. Gave me hope like I never seen. Hallelujah, Scooter, hope I found. Trades go up and blessings come down. Trades go up, blessings come down.
There's mock.
Live that rocket Scooter sound. Hands raised high like a Sunday crowd. Amen. Trades go up and the blessings come down. Oh, trades go up and the blessings come down. In rocket Scooter we trust. Oh, in rocket.
Right where back where I didn't want to be.
Trades go up. Scooter we trust. Oh, trades go up and the blessings come down.
Look at the liquidity at this spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Zooming down the chart on my rocket scooter, baby. Neon candles flickering, looking kind of wavy. Red Sea parting, blood in the
I feel like it's just a kind of liquidity that could just disappear at any moment. All of a sudden get the whippage.
But I smell opportunity, cooking on the bike. Got my helmet on, visor tinted rose. When the price goes whoosh, everybody knows. Yeah, I don't chase the pump, nah. I French kiss the dump. Put my lipstick on the wick, leave a mark when it jumps. Buy that dip, buy it, buy it. Buy that dip, buy it.
The song says buy the dip.
Moon's on layaway. Rock the scooter revving, we gone in the purple haze. Ride it, buy that dip. Ride it. Candles turn green when I lean in the whip. Scooter. Moon boots.
21% of you are longs, 28% short, 50% flat. Good self-control out there.
Diamond in the crash, every 90% is a love letter in cash. Haters in the live chat say touch grass king. I'm planting money trees.
Dracula, no trade on right now. No trade.
More like cuddle season. I hug the chart when it's bleeding.
Liquidity at Cat, liquidity at DD Band. Pretty stable right here. Move back to a 5,000 tick. There we go. FR Ben asking about this song. So this song is from Sir Darb's playlist. He shared it on his evening stream. So it's his playlist. So join the evening stream and ask him for the playlist. He should be able to share it with you. I think he's making some changes to it. Sinister Scalper, I like that name.
Boo, it's 9:30. I'm already online.
I don't know. This could be some gamemanship, you know? Squeeze all these convenient shorts and then the real move follows. I'm not trusting it. I'm staying focused on whatever the chart tells me. I'll see where the levels come up after the close. See what levels I see on the chart and then go from there. Matoski said it right. Matoski said, aka Matt, said, I don't think Trump decides a war is over. Exactly. Like, I'm not, you know, I think he might decide to tweet that so his boys can get short. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't trust anyone. You know? I mean, I'm down with the dude. He moves the markets, you know. I'm cool with him. I have no issues with the guy. He's cool. But, I mean, I don't know. I'd probably be tweeting to help my boys out, too. Probably like, yo, Half Gap boys, I'm about to drop a tweet that's gonna make us millions. Think about how many round trips we've seen lately. I mean, it's a little suspect how liquid it is up here. You know? A little suspect. Farina taking a payout? Nice. Oh, it was in the song. Carlosville asking if I think the chart will move a lot from 4 to 5 p.m. You know, I don't know. What I do in situations like this is I wait for the close. I wait to see where the rocket scooter dynamic overnight levels come out. I wait to see where my neon seeds levels come out. And then I make an analysis from there, right? Like, everyone's participating in the mayhem. And I'm like, you know, I'll wait for a clean setup. So we'll see what pops up after. You know. I see with the neon seeds is just my own thing. It's not distributed. I just keep it on. I stream it here. But it's my own algo. It's not, I don't distribute it. I do keep the secrets to myself, yeah. Lucas, it's basically, the simplest explanation is it monitors liquidity by kind of micro monitoring the relationship of price and volume. And then there's an algorithm that comes up with levels at the end of every session. But I mean, I use it because I had already created it before I found Rocket Scooter. If I found Rocket Scooter before I created it, I don't know that I would have. Because, I mean, Rocket Scooter draws the levels at the beginning of the session. You can trade around them. They're high volume. They're very responsive. So, that's all you really need. What a wild session, huh? Like, I'm talking, the session was wild, open to close. And I'm not talking regular session open. I'm talking like last night. It's been a wild session, the whole session. Yeah, it was wild.
Shake it right when the bounce feels right. Scooter in the pocket with that rhythm divine. Trend do the hustle on the hedgelock line. Boogie with the levels, don't fight the zone. Scooter got the map, you're never alone. Slide through the chaos, smooth and free.
Scary liquid too up here. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like there's just massive Trump's boys, just massive shorts, just massive shorting going on right now. I don't know. Because I think what Matt said really makes sense. You know, I usually don't pay attention to the news, but I mean, obviously now because you guys are saying what it is. Like, what Matt said makes total sense. Like, I don't think Trump decides when the war is over. So this whole thing is like, you know, come on. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. That's the close. Asking how I gauge liquidity. So number one, I watched the tape just to see what's going on. Like, I can kind of tell liquidity wise based on the movement of price around a certain point. And then also, most importantly, I pay attention to the relationship between volume and price. As more volume comes into the market, does price stabilize, or is it disconnected from volume? Because sometimes you'll see volume will slow down, but price will continue to move a lot. So that represents illiquidity, right? Market's moving, no one's there. So it's a combination of those two things. Close under DD. Stats don't lie. Ian said it. ES. You know, I think I've like ES DD is really where it's at, because we've been out of bounds of NASDAQ DD quite a lot lately, but DD seems to be holding the statistics a lot more soundly. Multi, you're welcome. Guys, that's the close. Definitely, you gotta tune in for Darb stream tonight. I mean, come on. We got 3 streams every day. 8:30, Matoski, aka Matt, goes live. He's doing a $100K to $1 million challenge. I'm on in the afternoon. Darb's on in the evenings. So tune in to Darb stream tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't know how wild it's. I don't know what it's going to be hard to see. It's going to be hard to judge what that action's going to be. Could go either way, but definitely tune in and see it. I'm out for the night. Take care, everyone. It's been real. Peace.
Screens glow like city lights, heartbeat caught in the candles rise. Ticks drift through the static haze, future